Well, this is very strange. It's been apparently a half a year, at least. It's been at least a half a year since I made a video. My hair is now pink and blue. I'm digging it. Clearly we've been fully moved into this place for a while now, so I'm just gonna wait to give a tour until it's even somewhere where I want it to be, decoration wise and furniture wise. Anyways, I'm gonna smoke real quick to make this a little easier on myself. So, things are a little bit different. Things have happened. One of those things that happened was I got a job at a medical growth facility for this. And, it's my dream job. It's what I want to do as a career. And, basically, it turned into a, nightmare job. That sounds wrong. Nightmare job? I don't know how to say that. Because of my boss and the way that my boss was running the company, essentially, I just did not agree with. It's very not medical, if you feel me. Very borderline unsanitary. I don't know if I'd say unsanitary necessarily, but it's not up to code in my opinion, and I'd rather not be a part of that. So once again, I got a job and then I got fired from that job. But I didn't really get fired. I mean, I got fired, but I got fired because I stood up for myself, if that makes sense. And I knew I was gonna get fired for standing up for myself. And the funny thing is that I was gonna put my 2 weeks in or quit or whatever at the end of that work week anyways, depending on how it went, and needless to say, it wasn't going very fucking good, because I got fired on Tuesday. So, yeah, that's pretty great. And, honestly, I don't care, because like I said, I planned on quitting anyways. I didn't like the way I was being treated, I didn't like the way that the plants were being treated. There's just not enough workers to do what needs to be done, etc., 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 etc. And he kind of fucked up by firing me because I was one of the only employees, and he seemed to be having a hard time hiring people, but I don't know. Obviously, I'm not naming names, I'm not saying anything. If you know me, you know the situation, whatever. It was just a really weird... what I'm getting to is it was weird, but it was also crushing my soul. Like, when I say it was a nightmare job, I mean that quite literally. And long story short, I would come home bawling my eyes out 3 out of the 5 days that I worked, at least. Bawling my eyes out. Full-blown mental breakdown. Like almost every day I came home thinking, I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think that I can keep doing this and going to work and trying to be happy and then just being fucking pounded in the face. That's what it felt like. And, it's just not a fucking good time, you know what I mean? I'm a very sensitive person. I need to be, not necessarily, coddled or, anything like that. I just need people to just be a little bit more, it's fine, just no, it's okay, or, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not, don't want you to die or anything, You're not a complete fucking idiot. But it felt like I was just being told that I was just the stupidest piece of shit and that I wasn't really wanted there, even though he was telling me I was wanted there. I was being told otherwise by another employee. So, that doesn't really boost the morale when your boss is literally lying to you about him liking you and thinking that you're valuable. That's not really gonna work out, bud. So, maybe if you don't want an employee because you don't like them or you feel like they're not doing good enough work, you should just fire them instead of keeping them around and playing this weird game. And that's what leads me to believe it was hard for him to find other employees, because clearly he didn't like me, but he kept me anyways because he needed someone to be doing something. But whatever. So that actually sent me into a huge downward spiral that lasted up until I got fired. Quite literally. And just resulted in me not being able to even take care of myself because I either didn't have the time or I was so stressed or depressed or whatever the situation was. The thing is that my job, even on a hard day, wasn't that hard. But it's the way that you're treated and like it's the little things that build up. You know what I mean? I'm sure you all know what I mean. Everyone has those things where it's like you cut your finger on a piece of cardboard and it's like that's the last straw, like you just want to kill yourself, you know what I mean? It's just everything just stacks up. So it really sucked because I wanted it so bad because that's what I want to do as a job, like on my own. I don't want to own a facility or anything. I just personally would like to grow. So it was really fucked to go into this being like, yes, I finally have this, I can finally do this thing, I can like learn some things I didn't know, blah 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 blah. And then it just slowly turned into, I genuinely want to fucking die every time I come here. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to look anyone in the face. I don't want to say anything because it's going to be considered wrong or out of line or unnecessary or whatever. So it was crushing me. There's no other way for me to say it. In every sense of the word, I felt completely unwanted there. Even when they told me I was doing a good job, even when they told me they liked me, I didn't believe it, and I had reason to because I was being told otherwise. It was pretty shitty to go from hallelujah to I want to fucking die. And like literally, I wanted to die. Like I'm not saying that like in a memey way. Like I don't know the word for it, but I am suicidal. But I don't intend to kill myself. Because like I'm so horrified of even getting a shot, you know what I mean? Like I can't handle pain, injury, anything of that nature. So obviously like it's conflicting for me because I have this human urge, like I want so badly to survive and stay alive, but like I just don't want to exist at the same time. It's not like I want to fucking like kill myself. I just don't want to exist. And obviously that's not really how it works. If I could just poof myself into a black void and like be in that black void for like 10 years, but then I come back and it's like normal time, that would be fucking great. That'd be fucking fantastic. But that ain't how life works. So instead of going into a literal black void, I end up in a black void, which is somewhere around that area, and I just, do nothing. And nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing. So when you're stuck in this void of I can't and don't want to do anything because I'm so fucking miserable, and I feel like even if it's something I want to do, it's gonna go wrong or whatever, and then it's just gonna make the situation even worse. So it's better to just do nothing. And when you're stuck in that state and you have things that you have to do, like go to work on your period, and you have horrible fucking cramps, and you have a physical job where you have to sit and stand and sit and stand and lift things and be in a super hot room, it's just etc. etc. When I wake up and I feel like shit for whatever other reason, when I wake up and I'm depressed because of the day before or whatever, like it just makes it even worse because it's like I literally just felt like a zombie at a certain point. I felt like I had no purpose, I had no meaning, no one gave a fuck about me. Except for Kyle. That was the only person, like, not to shit on any other family members or friends or whatever, but that's just what it felt like, you know what I mean? He's the only person I saw on a daily basis that I felt didn't treat me like complete shit. I don't know how else to say it. You know what I mean. Take it or leave it. It was just really difficult to deal with that. So when I did get fired, I was almost happy about it. Like, in the moment, I was really, like, instinctually like scared, like as if a lion was gonna fucking rip my head off. But then I realized, I was like, wait, this is kind of what I wanted. Like I don't want to be here anyway. So I just kind of went with it, and I was like, just letting you know, I was planning on putting my 2 weeks in anyway, so I don't really care that you're firing me. Like there was really no need for me to say it, but I did just to let him know, like, you're not really hurting my feelings like you think you are. Like he was acting like, like, fuck you, I don't want you here, like, I can get someone better. I was like, okay, get someone better. Like, I didn't want to be here anyway. You were gonna have to find someone better or at least subpar to begin with, so. And he was just like, fuck, just go then. If you were gonna quit anyways, then I don't feel bad. Okay, I didn't expect you to feel good or bad about it. So yeah, my job was horrible. It was great in the sense that I liked being around plants. I liked what I was doing. Like I said, it was fairly easy. All things considered, it wasn't the worst job in the world, but the way I was being treated just made it seem like I felt like I was doing slave labor. You know what I mean? Wasn't a good time. So anyways, I don't work there anymore. One of the last couple days that I worked there, I'm pretty sure my mom got here on Monday. She came up from Colorado and visited for like a week. So I hung out with her, and then she left, and then, you know, take care of my own stuff, and then me and Kyle went camping with his parents 2 nights ago. Yeah, let's go with that. And I feel better. I'm like slowly getting back to normal, but I'm still like, I feel weird being up in the nighttime like by myself again, because I love that, but I was so used to just going to bed essentially as soon as he goes to work. So I have to get used to like feeling productive at night, if that makes sense, because I had to force myself to like shut that off, otherwise I couldn't go to sleep. But I'm still suicidal. Sounds weird to say it like that because I am, like I said, but I'm not trying to like actually like kill myself. I just don't want to exist. But it's just like little things that bring it up lately. I don't know. It's not like anything like huge is wrong, but it's just little things like I wish I had more friends. I wish I could be inspired to make things again, whether it's like sewing clothes or painting or making candy or just regular jewelry or even videos, because I don't really count this as like making a video. This is just me talking. There isn't like a theme or a goal or anything, but I want to make videos like that. Like I have so many collections that I need to do a video for, like my candy wrapper collection, my sticker collection, my button collection, my lighter collection. I have so many collections. There's too many. And then on top of that, I want to do more like makeup and like fashion videos, I guess. But I just gotta feel like doing it. Like I can't make myself do it, and that's a part of my depression, is that like why can't I just like do a thing? I have to be in the exact mood for it. I guess the other thing I can like talk about is the fact that I decided, I don't know, a couple months ago, I can't even really remember when, to just start adding random fucking people on Facebook and kind of like get more of a internet community on my Facebook rather than just people I know. And that's been cool, but also kind of horrible. And I'm sure everyone knows why. Everyone knows why. That's the fucked up thing. Why does everyone feel that way? I don't know if I can know. But I've had so many people be such a dick to me and say I'm toxic, say I'm trash. What someone said, fuck, what was it? I'm a nasty Pop-Tart looking ass. What the fuck? That one's actually funny. Shit like that is funny to me. But the thing is that they're being serious, and that's not funny. Like, I'm never really going out of my way to offend anyone or be a dick to someone. There are certain circumstances where I'm blatantly being an asshole to someone because I either don't like them or I don't like what the fuck they're saying. But like, it's kind of my Facebook, so I can kind of say whatever I want. And if you don't like it, you don't have to reply to it. I mean, I'm kind of guilty of that too, but I really only do it when it's someone like trying to say that I'm wrong about something that's like opinion based, for example. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, it's so fucking stupid that people mocking the way that I type is funny. it's not really, it doesn't even really like bother me at this point. It's just like, so I just made a post about it and I just link everyone to that post, for example. Like, I don't even bother explaining anymore. But another thing is that some of the people that I added are from Michigan. What up if you're watching this? And I want to meet them, but I feel like I'm actually a horrible person. You know what I mean? Because that's what people tell me. So I don't know if these people just don't want to hang out with me because I'm actually a piece of shit, but they don't want to say it, or if it's just like coincidental, like we just haven't hung out yet. But I feel like I'm just a big ass piece of shit and no one wants to fucking hang out with me, but I don't know. At the same time, I am very weird. I feel like people say that they're weird and then like I'll interact with them and I'm like, you're like a totally normal fucking person. Like you're like confident, like you're like the popular person in the room, you know what I mean? Like, why, what makes you think that you're the weird person here? And I'm over here fucking looking like this, acting like this, being all like weirdly anxious and maybe sometimes angry. That's another thing that leads me to believe that I'm a horrible fucking person, because I can't tell, and it's so black and white, the responses that I get. It'll be like the person saying something about how I'm a shit person, like I'm toxic, I'm this, I'm gaslighting, I'm fucking what, I'm gatekeeping, whatever you want to fucking say to me at the point of time, just making me out to be this horrible person. I'm like, okay, maybe I am a horrible person, and then I look into it and I'm like, wait, but that's not even what I'm doing. And then I get really confused and I'm like, am I just so blind to it that I can't tell? But then people will see the situation and they'll be like, yeah, no, that bitch is crazy, like, don't even listen to them. And then I get even more confused because I'm like, are these people just humoring me? Are they also crazy? Am I looping them into my delusion? But then it's like, is that not kind of what reality is anyway? It's just a bunch of people feeling one way and then a bunch of people are kind of like, yeah, or they're like, no, fuck that, bro, I feel this way. You know what I mean? So people kind of all have their own version of reality. Basically what I'm getting at is that I have some kind of existential problem. I heard Kelly Eden use the word, or the term, I guess you could say, existential depression. And that makes sense to me. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I have, but it makes sense to me because I'll just go off of one thing. And like I was just explaining, it's just this whole big, like, all the way down to the bottom of like, yep, I guess I am just a fucking piece of shit. So I don't know what to do at that point, because the people that are against me, I believe, and the people that are for me, I believe, but which one is right? I don't know. What is right and wrong? It's just all opinion, perspective, and preference. So how does anyone really know if they're right or wrong? It comes down to facts, I suppose, but not everything is factual. A lot of life is relative and opinion-based and whatever. So it's just this like constant loop I have in my head of like, am I a piece of shit? Am I just fucking overthinking it? I'm never gonna know. I'm never gonna fucking know. Even like with Kyle, I don't believe him half the time when he tells me that I'm fine, or I didn't offend him, or I didn't fuck up, or it's not that big of a deal, or whatever. Like, I don't believe him. I don't know why. There's this part of my brain that's just like, nah, I'm like actually Satan, bro. It's chill. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if that in and of itself is a disorder, mental illness, or whatever. If only I had someone to tell me, wouldn't that be sick? But, can't really afford that. And another thing that makes me depressed about friends on Facebook is that I want some level of fame, and that sounds douchey, and I don't know how else to say it, to make it sound less douchey, but like, I just want more than like 6 people to consecutively like my shit. Like, I want a following of like 100 people that just actively want to know what I'm doing and have something to say or ask me or whatever, or say that they are inspired by me, or, you know, there's a full range of things you could experience when you have 100 people like following you, into you, whatever. The thing is that I have like 400 friends on Facebook. I'm gonna just guess that about a little more than half of those are people that I don't actually know. But it seems like none of them really interact with me. And I try really hard to go out of my way to interact with them, because it's not like I'm trying to interact with them to get fame. I'm interacting with them for the sense of like community I was talking about before. Like, I want to get to know, realistically, all the people on my friends list in some way, so that it's not just like, oh, it's that bitch, scroll past, oh, I don't give a fuck about her, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like, I want to actually kind of know these people. I don't want to, I hate when I get mixed up with, like, names and pictures and stuff, because people change their fucking look up a lot. I mean, I keep it pretty fucking basic. I keep it pretty, like, Gracie iconic, but even then, I change my style a lot, so people might even get confused by me and forget, like, who I am and shit, you know what I mean? Like, I get people with the same hair color mixed up, or people with similar names mixed up, or I'll completely forget someone's name, but I know their profile picture, but I'm like, I don't remember their name, how do I search if I don't remember their name? And then I just fucking, oh my god, it's like overload sometimes, but I don't want it to be overload. I want to just be like, oh yeah, that person, I know that they just had a kid recently, and they're a Scorpio, and they live in fucking Texas, or, you know, whatever, and their husband is blah blah blah, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to actually know these people, but I feel like I just get ignored. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I'm just saying the wrong things. I don't know. It's interesting to think about of like, what's the right thing to say, what's the right way to act to get noticed in any way by like peers, or to gain fame, or, you know, even in a career or whatever. Like, what does it mean to get noticed? What does it take? If you're doing similar or the same things as someone else and they're far more successful, like, what is it that you're lacking? Obviously, you can't be the same. Everyone has to be, you know, a little bit different, but you know what I'm saying. How do you somehow find your specific way to get people attracted to you? That's what interests me. It's just kind of like a psychological type of thing, and that's probably why it just me, because I don't understand how humans work, like, fucking at all. That's like 90% of the problem up here, is I'm a human, but I don't even get what it means to be a human. Like, I don't feel like I should even be in this body, so it's just a really strange experience overall, especially when you bring politics and fucking race, religion, whatever, even down to music taste and bullshit, fucking internet personality preferences. Like, it's dramatic and it's overkill, but I feel like I have to commit, because I don't know, I guess I don't have to commit, because I do delete people often, and I go through and I'll be like, yeah, I don't really see posts from this person, or I don't really interact with this person, I'm just gonna delete them. Like, sorry. Because I want, ideally, like, the majority of the people in my friends list to, like, all interact with each other as well, so I add people that have, like, a high amount of mutuals, because that makes sense to me. Like, I don't know. But if someone seems cool, or they message me, or, like, we meet in some other, like, way through Facebook, I'm not gonna care about mutuals. It's just like, oh yeah, you're cool, like, I'll add you, whatever. But if I'm just adding, like, random people that sent me friend requests, that's typically what I base it on, and then I just go to their profile and decide if, like, they seem like my type of person, or to make sure they're not, like, racist or transphobic or, I don't fucking know, anti-vax or some flat earth shit. I don't fucking know. Just things that would be like, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if I want that on my fucking shit. You know what I mean? But some people probably see my shit and it's like, oh my god, she's a vegan, like, I'm gonna fucking delete that bitch. You know what I mean? Just because it's annoying and people don't want to see that shit. And that's perfectly fine. And that's why I post quite often the things about myself that maybe would turn people off to me because they're controversial or whatever. So, as I'm wearing a fucking Diantword shirt, that's actually hilarious. I did not even intend to do that. I wore it because I'm wearing a pink bra, and then this is a blue shirt, and then this is pink and blue. Anywho, I think I'm gonna end this. I intended in my mind for this video to be much more like depressed, but I guess it ended up being a little more awkward and rambly. I don't know. I'm gonna try to edit it and see what the fuck I get. Anyways, I plan to start making videos soon. I want to like make videos with Kyle and shit, but he doesn't really seem to want to. But that's fine, because it's kind of weird and stupid anyway. But I haven't been making videos either, so maybe if he was around me making videos, it would just be less weird. I don't fucking know. Anyways, I want to make videos of, like I said, collections, makeup, fashion, whatever. I just want to make videos about shit. So if you have a suggestion of the type of video you want to see from me, then comment it and subscribe. I don't fucking care. I'm not really doing this for anyone other than my own sanity, if you want me to be honest. If people watch it, that's sick. And I would like to also create a community around this as well. But I don't even think most people know I have a YouTube because I'm so inconsistent, but I'm gonna try. Again, Gracie's YouTube, part fucking 50,000, reopening. I don't fucking know anyways. Bye. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little deer. It's just looking outside, and there's deer. Look at them. They're so cute. They're so cute. What are they doing? Looking for food, I guess. Aw, I'm so glad I got to see that. Oh my gosh. Wow. The light turned on because he walked under it. Oh, he's so cute. So cute. Look at his fluffy little butt. You can barely see it, but look at his fluffy little butt. It's so cute. Oh, there's a fluffy little butt. Oh, look at him. Oh my gosh. Bye, dear.